This is Jimmy from 1015 Studios, and I'm doing a review of the Osmo Mobile 3 combo. So also I'm doing a giveaway. So in order to participate in this giveaway, you have to subscribe to the channel, leave a like for this video, and also leave a comment in the comment section below. So once you open the box, you have the Osmo Mobile 3 combo box. Looks like it was designed by Apple, probably on purpose. Mobile gimbal itself, very compact, very small, as you can see right here. We have included with the combo pack is something that I find very useful, is the tripod that screws into the 1/4 inch in the bottom right here, and it has legs like a tripod and just comes out, folds. Okay. We have the Osmo carrying case. Comes with a USB-C cable, a lanyard, so you can strap it on the front right here. We have these rubber cushions which go to the front of this right here, of the actual clip right here. We have a dust cloth type of thing, or a dust bag. So my favorite aspect of the new Osmo 3 Mobile has to be that it's so compact. Now I'm going to compare it to the original Osmo that came out, the first generation. You see, this is the Osmo Mobile 3 compared to the case of the original Osmo. You can see how much larger this is compared to the two. And the reason why this was so large is because the original Osmo didn't really break down. It's kind of folded up like that, and you kind of did some weird thing. You can screw it down a little bit, but it didn't get much smaller than this, and then it didn't really lock. You can kind of see how it's you're trying to walking around. It's a little bit unwieldy. Now, you open it, but has a nice zipper, comes inside, and you're greeted with the actual Osmo Mobile 3 itself. Now, I do wish that that they made it a little bit larger. I know it takes away some of the portability, but you have this tripod that is very useful, but it sits in this kind of like spandex pouch that's in the back, and I don't know, I don't like it that much. So you kind of have to do one of these things, right, how it sits, as opposed to having it inside, but they just made it big enough to fit the actual gimbal itself. Nothing's perfect, I guess, but anyway. So one of the issues that using a phone stabilizer is that sometimes they can take a few moments to actually set up. And by the time you set it up, you get it going, the moment's already passed. So what's the point, right? And also, sometimes when you're using it, that it becomes more of an issue that you decide that, you know what, I'm just going to record on my phone, so what's the point? So I'm going to set it up real quickly so you can see how quickly it is. So you get your phone right here. You can have a case on this, so keep in mind that as long as it's not too big, you should be fine. But anything that's too large, it will cause balance issues, and you'll have shakiness in your footage. So what you want to do is they have a sticker on here where it says phone, camera, that direction, right? So you want to take your phone and then you put it here in that direction, right? You have it here. You pull up and out like that, and then you press the M button twice, right? So you go 1, 2, right? By default, it goes in this long mode right here, which is good for, I guess, Instagrammers and people that. But I like in the other orientation where you press, just double tap it twice, and it does the normal orientation, which I tend to like. So when you go turn it off, it does that automatically, right? So all you need to do now is to slide it down. The interesting thing is, and I'll show you this in a close-up, is that there's some little detents right here, right? And so once I take my phone out of the, the clamp right here, it locks. So if you notice, once it locks, it doesn't shake around, right? You see this? This is pretty cool. I really like this, as opposed to this, right? This thing moves all sorts of stuff. So some of the other improvements that DJI has made on the Osmo is that it's made of it feels like a polymer composite, so it doesn't feel cheap. It feels rugged and could take a beating. So I don't worry about the control. It feels pretty good even though it's made out of a plastic composite, which is probably a reason why they were able to get the price down to about, for the standard package, you're paying about 120, and the Pro is about 140-ish. So that was an improvement that I feel that they made to it. Also, now that the other improvements they have made to this is that besides the arm is coming out of it right here, that it's charged by via USB-C, right? Well, that's cool, right? You're not using a micro USB or a cable that's a little bit less common. So you can charge it. You can use a phone bank, or I'm sorry, a battery bank, like the one that I have here, which is neat. Before, the older ones, they gave a dedicated charger, whereas these you can connect directly to here, like I'm about to do here, and you can have a battery bank, and now you can see it's charging. And then also you can have one of these that can charge your phone at the same time. So it's on a one-stop shop for charging everything. The battery lasts 15 hours, so that's plenty of time to charge and use it for other reasons. And I don't think you're going to worry about running out of battery. Some other improvements that DJI made is in the actual phone holder itself. There's little channels that run right below this section right here where the phone clamps down, and it doesn't touch the buttons, the volume rocker or the power button, so you don't accidentally touch those and cause issues when you're operating your phone, which is nice. I'm glad they thought about that. The other thing is that in the way they've created this clamp, whereas the old one here is when you had your phone in here, it would sit in here and the back part would hit there, where the lightning port or you have a headphone jack, and you wouldn't have access to it. Why would you need access? You would say, well, what if you wanted to connect a microphone to it, right? You would get a little bit higher quality audio. Another feature the Osmo Mobile 3 has is Active Track, where you can select an object and it will follow it. Or if you have the feature of it on, then you can press the trigger and it will choose for you, as you can see here. It does a relatively decent job, but sometimes it does lose its object. So one of the design differences, or a main one that DJI chose to do differently, as you can see when these are in their operation state, you can see how the arm of this one is coming to the right. And that's so when it's in storage, it can just folds down like that. And then it's gone in a way and you don't see it, right? And you're good. But that causes a slight issue when you're doing this. All right? And I'll demonstrate this, right? So this is in the regular Osmo that came before this one. So I'm going to power it on, right? And as you can see, when you try to just kind of tilt down, it tilts with you. Right? You can hold the trigger and then it kind of does this thing. You can do the camera to raise. And that's kind of a natural thing, right? You're kind of holding it like a flashlight or something like that, okay? Because of the design of the arm, which DJI chose for storage purposes, right? Now, when you try to do that same move, it goes down, right? But what if you wanted to have a tilt lock? how would you do that, right? So the way that you're supposed to do that is you would go down, you would tilt lock it, and you have to go like this, right? And then go up. So it's another way of doing it. It's a little, it takes time to get used to because you're kind of turning and going down at the same time as opposed to going like this. So overall, I find this to be a good product, another good product by DJI. It's small, it's relatively inexpensive at $119 for the base product. And overall, it feels like it's well made. It's definitely useful for somebody who doesn't want to carry a whole lot of equipment, but you still want to produce quality videos. And this would definitely lead to that if you have a moderately decent phone. So going back to the giveaway, for those of you that want to win this, like I said before, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and make a comment in the comment section below for this video. In roughly about 2 to 3 weeks, I'll do a random drawing, and the winner I'll be announcing on a follow-up video around that time period. And so we plan to do more of those things. In that follow-up video, I'll not only announce the winner, but we'll also talk about some of the projects that we're doing right now in the middle. Right now, I'm doing a few things after we did our last one, that was Star Wars Dissonance. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hope to see you soon. God bless you.
We're looking at a camera, and I have no idea what the other button does. And then you look here, you can put your phone on it. And that's it for the Coco Show. Bye.